my mind. I know, apart from the going back to the primary schools to plant trees, and particularly fruit trees, the special emphasis there, there's also a plan to look after the environment through, cleaning up and waste and all that. Can you talk to us a little bit about the plastic ban that's been in effect for a while? How are we doing in terms of enforcing that? And where do we stand as a country in the fight against plastics and pollution in general?
Okay, we continue to reinforce and ensure that there is compliance to the law. And this is especially because we are leaders, we call ourselves high ambitious countries, that we are rallying a call to ensure that we are looking at the full life cycle of plastics, and we are getting, we don't have plastics within our environments. So we are global leaders. You will see the platforms where His Excellency the President is talking to heads of states across the globe, talking about the same. Again, the plastic treaty, which Kenya is really pushing for us to have as a globe. And that again brings in the leadership component, bearing in mind that we were able to ban plastics, single-use plastics in Kenya. But despite that, there's a lot we can do in waste management, and a lot we've done. For instance, the Sustainable Waste Management Act, the Extended Producer Responsibility Regulation, which is really critical to ensure that producers are tasked to take care of the waste that they produce. Previously it was a linear economy where you just threw. You could you find bottles in the rivers everywhere. No one cares. You're producing, you just come and tell us, oh, I produce 1 million bottles of soda, but we don't know where the plastics are. They're ending in the land, they're ending in the rivers, and they're causing pollution. And so now there's a rallying call that producers must be responsible for the waste that they produce, the full life cycle. And that way, the contributions that they have will be able to support waste pickers, will be able to support circular economy. And ultimately, it will feed into the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. So we are looking at that, waste management, segregation from source, transportation, again, strengthening that, and that the material recovery facility, we can be able to have like the biodegradable waste, so which is around 60 to 70% being changed to fertilizer and being utilized. And then the plastics, which again can be recycled back, so that we don't have any waste being piling up within our environment.
Right. But Waziri, enforcement of, let's say, for example, with the producers and everything, the enforcement on particularly the issue of single-use plastics has been quite a difficult thing. We still get, we live in Africa, we live in Kenya, where once a bottle finishes its original use, it can be easily repurposed into, say, a container for sugar or salt and whatever in our homes. We know that. But there's still other forms of plastic that are harder to reuse or repurpose, no matter how ingenious or creative Africans are. For instance, the wrappers from sweets or from biscuits or from sanitary products, for instance. What's the strategy there? Because a lot of people feel that yes, the act is it's brilliant, the plan is brilliant, but there's some glaring loopholes that still allow our environment to be polluted by these plastics. What's the plan for that?
Yes, so we are reviewing, we are giving alternatives that are biodegradable to ensure that. But there's need to have a just and a seamless transition, because during that time there could be loss of jobs and a lot of wrangles may occur.